interesting.
I was here last year.
Well, we made a 4-0 game into a 2-1 game tonight. That's what we did. We didn't finish our chances, and end of the game we shouldn't be conceding a goal. And obviously a red card is foolish at the end of the game.
You have Portland in 2 weeks, so and almost all MLS Open Cup at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know any of that at this point. But, we'll worry about that in 2 weeks. Obviously, our job now is to get ready for Colorado on Saturday.
Next question. Go ahead, Jeff.
Coach, playing a lot of depth. You mentioned you're going to rotate the roster a little bit for this matchup. You guys also just seeing some of the guys we don't normally see, some getting them out there, especially Hernan and Benji coming back. Your thoughts on how they looked in time?
Well, obviously we changed 11 players from the game against Portland on Saturday, and gave guys an opportunity to show us where they're at. I think there was some good performances tonight. If I think about it, I thought Lima played very well on the night. Roberts was solid, as was Kay, and I thought Nico at times was good. Pellegrino had a 2 or 3 additional chances besides his goal. Judd was pretty solid. It was good to get, as you mentioned, Lopez back on the field with Kakanovic, and so it's clearly a lot of positives. And we have a fairly fresh team to play on Saturday.
Next question. Go ahead, Marco.
Bruce, when you see the performances from Nico and Preston and Pellegrino, does that maybe now change your thinking as far as who to sub out coming to Saturday's game, or
Who to sub out?
just as far as bringing those guys in, which we hadn't seen in the last few games, as far as Preston and go?
Well, the last game we only made, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2 changes in that game, if that. I can't even remember now back there. But, we know basically where those guys are at this point in time. And we don't go into any game thinking we're going to make changes. So, we just get through the week of training, get our 11 set, and then analyze the game when we're in it and decide which changes we need to make.
And did you feel that Ricketts that red card was warranted, that they were deserving it, more like a yellow?
I'd have to see it on film, but it looks like he tackled him from behind, and years ago that was an automatic red card. I don't know how they do anything today. To be honest with you, I didn't think if it was Buck deserved the yellow card that he got up the field earlier, but the referee was right there. From my angle, I can't see how dangerous the play was. I guess it was determined that it was a foul from behind and a dangerous play. Reckless tackle.
Go ahead, Brett.
So, but up until that point, it seemed like Ricketts was having a pretty decent game. He was handling his side, making some offensive contributions. But, being able to see some of the guys you haven't been able to see, especially Judd, Judd in the extended role, Kakanovic and Hernan in shorter roles. How was that for the staff, being able to see everybody and kind of see where they are against actual
it's
competition?
Good. Kakanovic didn't play that many minutes to make any kind of determination at this point. And Lopez, we saw him play 30 minutes the other day in the second team game, and we're moving him along. He's got a way to go, but he's making progress.
Michael.
All right. So, Coach, with this little break in action of MLS action, you got the game coming up Saturday, and a pretty low-key game next Wednesday. So, how do you get yourself prepared for these 2 MLS games within 1 week?
It's 3 MLS games.
Oh, okay, 3.
Right. Well, there's going to be some players that have to be rotated, and tonight helps us. Guys get some minutes in, so if they're called on over the next 3 MLS games, hopefully they'll be better prepared to contribute.
And with that game that we're talking about next week, with Miami coming in, do you, in the back of your mind, think what the pomp and circumstance of that game will be?
I won't think about it till Saturday night after the Colorado game. It's just another game. I know there's probably think that little guy is a good player. We're not going to worry about it right now.
Okay.
So question for Paul, then we'll go to Cron Channel 4.
Bruce, congratulations for the victory. I would like to follow up about Ryan Lopez. He's coming from an injury. What do you think about the process of adjusting again to the game? And then also the chemistry between Nico and Hernan for this game. Thank you so much.
Well, your second question first. There wasn't enough there with Hernan and Nico to draw any kind of conclusions, but it's good to see them both on the field together. Nico's going to take some time. Hernan's going to take some time. He's just coming back. He was off for, I don't know exactly, at least probably a couple of months, I would think. But he's made a very good recovery, and that's encouraging. So I'm hopeful in the next couple of weeks we'll get him up to speed.
We'll go to a question from Ben Ross, Channel 4.
Bruce, congratulations on the win. You guys obviously jumped out to the lead very early and played the entire match from ahead. How would you assess the way that your team played with the lead tonight?
It was okay. The 2-0.
It's the chance to verbal spot.
Let's-
It's almost easy.
Go ahead, Coach.
The 2-0 at halftime was a real positive, but the second half we needed to convert some of the chances we created, and did poorly in that regard. And then obviously conceding the goal at the end of the game is disappointing. So, as I said at the start of this conference, we made a 4-0 game into a 2-1 game. So that part's disappointing, but it was positive to see the number of players on the field tonight that we haven't given a whole lot of minutes to, and try to make some assessment of where they are in our roster. So overall, it was a real positive tonight's game.